Rotten egg. Do you remember your rotten egg?
Oh, of course I remember my rotten egg.
Hold on. Do I remember your rotten egg? Yes.
My rotten
Do
egg.
you know his rotten egg?
No.
It's fire.
I think we maybe have referenced this on the show because I don't. When did this go down?
I don't
I
think
think it went down in game 4. But my rotten egg is Stephen A. Smith
Oh, yeah.
caught in the act.
that's all the headline is. Caught in the act.
Which I think is pretty good. By caught in the act, I mean he got caught playing solitaire at the Pacers Thunder finals game. Tried to say that it was during a timeout. Someone else posted video, and it was not during a timeout. Play was going on.
That just made it worse, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, it's a bad look for a guy that has had a lot of bad looks recently, has become pretty combative and stuff on air and also just on Twitter. Has, like, made it his personal mission to beef with any NBA player.
Yeah.
When there's not really any beef, it's like he's talking at a wall, basically. He's well over the hill, but ESPN doesn't really seem to care. It's
Good
part of
for
the reason I don't
ratings.
watch much ESPN anymore. I used to be a Stephen A. Smith fan.
Same. Yeah. I
Because he
always
did a
watched
good
First Take a
balance
ton.
of he had some good takes, but also he was very, very entertaining.
Mm-hmm.
And then he went to entertaining but no good takes, and now he's not even entertaining anymore. It's just hard to watch.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It just sucks that he's one of the premier guys that is kind of given this gift and this great opportunity to cover sports for a living.
He's
And-
like the lead sport, or not the lead sport, the lead like analyst
Yeah.
on NBA Finals pregame coverage.
Yeah, and I mean, I think he probably has the highest paid contract of any
By far.
analyst, and he takes that opportunity and decides to play solitaire on the sidelines instead. So for that, he is the rotten egg of the week.
Yep.
I hate it too because I was a Stephen A. Smith fan too. I loved watching. I watched a ton for about 3 years. I'd watch three times a week him and Max Kellerman.
I really
And
like
that
Max
version
Kellerman.
of
Yeah,
First Take. I loved watching.
it went downhill when he
Yeah.
left.
And they had great moments on that show. I mean, you think about like Max Kellerman saying,
Give me Iguodala.
Give me Iguodala. Tom Brady is going to fall off a cliff."
Yep.
And then he won 4 more championships after that. So it's for me, yeah, it hurts because I was a Stephen A. Smith guy too. And it's also like it kind of hurts too because there's also like a part of his life now since like post-COVID that I've loved, and it's his podcast and on his Twitter as well, where he's answering fan questions.
Yes.
And he's answering questions about Fortnite or what the best place to drop is.
Which Pokemon wins in a fight?
Yeah. He was on, I mean, the classic moment with Ocho Cinco.
Oh God. We're not talking about
We
that.
don't have to talk about that, but like that's
I
hilarious.
forgot that was a Stephen A. Smith show.
I think it was on Ocho Cinco's pod.
That
but
makes more
Stephen A.
sense.
was on it. And then he also answered the question from Barry, which got popular on ESPN that day of if you clog a toilet at someone's house and there's no plunger in there, what do you do? And like that was
That's a
that was
fire
an awesome
question of the week.
answer. Exactly.
Jeez.
He needs to stop doing mainstream stuff and being on national television.
Yes.
Because I agree, some of that stuff is still funny.
I love so much of that, but outside of that, he's been awful.
Yeah.
He's been. It feels like because I mean partially it's because he is First Take. That is his show.
Yeah.
Has been his show for a while. On First Take, it is almost like I mean most of it's I'm seeing clips, so there could be out of context, but I don't feel like it is. It feels like he is taking that power and using it against whoever is with him, and he's not respecting the opinions of the guy who is across the table from them.
Completely
In
agree.
a lot of cases,
or even Molly.
yes, in a lot of cases, I agree. In a lot of cases, it is a voice that like knows what they're talking about. J.J. Redick, for instance, before he was the Lakers head coach, there are a ton of those moments. Jay Williams, and then even some of the NFL guys as well. It feels like he's just, oh, you don't know what you're talking about. You can't disagree with my opinion, kind of thing, and that sucks. I mean, today he was awful. They spent today talking about Ja Morant and his beef with Ja Morant and about how Memphis is an awful city, and it's for the Memphis fans or the Memphis watchers, like it's terrible.
Yeah.
like he's out here treating it like it's Fox News and bringing up crime statistics on First Take on ESPN.
That's
It's
crazy.
just terrible. So
And talking about the guests, this is why you have guys like the Morris twins joining now, who also are a bit of clowns and aren't really good with the media and, just
Kendrick Perkins.
Kendrick Perkins. Like we've lost all reputable guests, and they just are finding people to kind of fit the Stephen A. Smith mold of just kind of spewing nonsense.
I
Yeah.
wasn't sure what show this was. Steve Palazzolo retweeted something I thought was funny. It's a screenshot of Get Up. Did you see this tweet? And they're talking about what is Dak Prescott's legacy right now, and
The
it's
day
like,
after a finals game.
yeah, it's like really like, but it wasn't Stephen A. Smith, so it's not super relevant. It's just funny to be like, what are we doing? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, we say all that to say a well-deserved rotten egg for Stephen A. Smith.
very true. That was
Completely
you
agree.
cooked with that one.
It was hard to find